Hello, David here at merchantaccounts.ca. Today I'm going to talk about the topic of can I accept Interac debit cards online? Stay tuned, we'll dig in 1 second. A lot of customers ask me this. They're talking about accepting debit cards online. Now in Canada, that means something very different than in a lot of other areas of the world. In Canada, our debit system is called Interac, which is an association run by a group of banks in Canada. It's a totally different type of payment card than a Visa or a MasterCard. It's very widely accepted. I mean, it's almost completely accepted across Canada in traditional brick and mortar settings, but not as much internationally. In fact, your Interac card often can't be used at point of sale machines internationally, can't be used in store when you're out of Canada, and only at some ATMs internationally when you're traveling. Now, it is accepted at some merchants internationally, but certainly not all of them. Now, that's not the point of this video, but it is relevant. Now, because Interac debit cards are not as widely accepted as Visa and MasterCard, banks have started co-branding cards. What that means is if you look at your Interac debit cards, it might have an Interac logo on the left and then either a Visa or MasterCard badge on the right. If it has both logos, it means it's a co-branded card. Now, you can't use an Interac card online like a Visa or MasterCard. With a Visa or MasterCard, you just type in the number on your card, the expiry date, you type in the three-digit CVV code, you hit submit, and you're done. Interac doesn't work like that. In fact, it doesn't work at all in that way. But if you have a co-branded card, meaning your Interac debit card also has a Visa or MasterCard logo, you can use it online because it will fall back and operate just like a Visa or MasterCard. It runs on the Visa and MasterCard rails. So yes, it will work online, only if it has that logo though, which means it's not a pure Interac debit card. Now, technically speaking, Interac does allow for online purchases, but it requires the user to log into their online banking. Not at all like a credit card purchase. It's not seamless. The customer is redirected to their banking website. They have to know their banking password. You know, like for example, myself, my passwords are like 10 million characters long. They're not memorized because it's sensitive information. So it makes it very not seamless. So for a very simple question, there's a very complicated answer. Can Interac debit cards be used online? Yes and no. No if it's a pure Interac debit card. Yes if it's a co-branded card. And yes if you want to use the Interac service like Interac Online Payments, but that's where the customer is ultimately logging into their online banking, very much like an email money transfer, which might be a perfectly fine service, but that's not usually what people mean when they ask us, can you add Interac payments, e-commerce payments to your website? So I hope that provided some clarity on it. If you have any questions, reach out to us at merchantaccounts.ca. We'd love to help give you a quote for your payment processing. Thanks for watching and have a nice day there. Bye now.